Through one small cottage with his wife. He was a farmer who didn't make much money. He had a small farm with some carrots, wheat, and potatoes, along with 2 pigs, a cow, and 5 chickens. One day, a storm hit his cottage. Being a poor farmer, the man had no money to repair his home. He wandered into the forest with an axe in search of some trees to cut down for lumber to repair the cottage. As he wandered further and further into the forest, he discovered a lime tree. It was tall and very sturdy, perfect for repairing the cottage. The villager took his axe and took a big swing. As he chopped at the tree began to speak to him. The lime tree explained to the villager that it could grant him one wish if he stopped chopping the lime tree. The villager was delighted and asked to be given 1,000 gold coins. The tree obliged, and when the villager reached home, he discovered the coins waiting by his door. Overnight, the villager thought to himself that he wanted a castle instead of a cottage. So he returned to the lime tree and began chopping again. The lime tree politely asked the villager to stop in exchange for a wish, and this time the villager asked for a castle. Sure enough, when the villager returned home, his tiny cottage had been transformed into a castle. His wife was delighted, and the villager couldn't believe his good fortune. The villager was still not satisfied. The next day, the villager went back to the lime tree and started chopping. The lime tree once again told the villager that it would grant a wish if the villager didn't cut down the lime tree. The villager agreed to stop in exchange for a wish. This time, the villager wished to be made a lord. The tree agreed, and once again the villager went home and this time became a lord. The next day, the villager was pondering over his situation and thought to himself that being a lord was nice, but he wanted to be king. He wanted to have more power and more wealth. So he went into the forest and once again began chopping down the tree. This time, the lime tree was extremely angry at the villager's greed. When the villager asked to be made a king, the lime tree instead turned the villager into a bear. Being a bear, the villager's wife and animals ran at the sight of him, and he could no longer live in the castle. It was then that the villager realized that his greed had cost him everything.